most disturbing videos breaking the internet today. Let's get into it. You better lock in and buckle up, bucko! Cause you're in for another creepy and scary TikTok reaction video. If you haven't already, please slap that like button. And remember, keep your head on a straight swivel on these creepy, disturbing, shocking, weird, bizarre videos that might keep you up all night.
My son's been afraid.
Hyper mode, activate!
Chuck, pull back now.
Into the outer lands. We have to figure this out.
You must stop jet ski, Chuck.
No, there's no turning back. We have to do this. North Pole dimensions are open.
10,
Third boosters are set to maximum
8,
capacity.
7,
Activate quantum mode.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Hey,
1.
Welcome to Dark Waters 9.
I think I lost him.
Jet, are you there? Dark Waters 9 has reached critical levels. Jet, ski Chuck warning. Multiple high-level demons coming your way. Oh no! Is it done?
Witness me! Perfect. Mission complete. Send the ship.
Copy that. Space Wing on the way. Estimated arrival time 5 seconds. Activating transmission ether beam.
Welcome back to another creepy and shocking reaction video. If you haven't already, smash that like button. Today on these disturbing... What was that?
Warning. Jet, we have to go quantum, or we will be sucked in by the black hole. Warning.
Activate evasive maneuvers and go quantum as soon as possible.
Hyper mode, go!
I can't hold it! It's too much! It's too much! I can't hold it!
Warning, Jet, we are to darken these waters. Turn back.
Chan, this is the best information we've got in weeks. The Leviathan fragments seem to be responding to this particular area. Command, this is Ace Leader Jet. Do you read? Over. Command, this is Ace Leader Jet. I am experiencing several different anomalies on my sector. Do you read?
Copy, Jet. High-level demons straight ahead.
Convert all power to main engine.
Activate evasive maneuvers.
Target locked.
Box 1, fire! Command, find me the nearest warp gate. We are not prepared for this fight.
Warp gate coordinates sent to your GPS hyperdrive is rendering.
What's good? What's good, everybody? We got a short but sweet banger on this Sunday night live. Hit that like and subscribe button. Membership is available. Start leveling up your life vest on these disturbing, scary, shocking waters. Keep that sword and shield with you. Sword and shield emoji coming soon. Welcome back. We got a short but sweet one today on this Sunday, so be sure you lock in and buckle up, bucko. Because we're going that route tonight. How are you all feeling today? Talk to me. Roll call. Where are you from? Drop in the comments where you from. Roll call. What a blessing to be able to do this with you guys every single day. I love it. If you guys haven't, check me out on my second channel where we post daily Dark Waters 9 on YouTube. We are running it up. How are you guys doing? Duke Nukem? Sydney LJ in the building. Jeff Hadouken. Massive Hadoukens in the building. With your membership, you get access to all the Dark Water 9 emojis. The Hadoukens. The flame eyes. The let me show you something Fire Marshal Bill. Y'all don't know nothing about the Fire Marshal Bill. Jamaica in the house. International. Louisiana. Lewis. Rumac in the building. We're going to jump straight into it. Short but sweet on this Sunday. The Trim Reaper. Bun E. Rabbit. Terrell Johnson. Detroit, stand up. Live in Arizona. Man, y'all got those tarantulas and scorpions in Arizona, don't y'all? And you guys got all those amazing figures and statues in the canyons. Jim Carrey was my guy. You don't know nothing. Let me show you something. Hey Chuck, watching from the UK, international. That's what's up, man. We got one more live banger to finish off the week strong. Are you guys ready for next week? Do you have your goals in mind? Do you know what you want to do? Do you have a plan and set? We all know the New Year's in April, but we're going to start doing things we wanted to do anyway this year. You guys know what the vibes are. Gary Jackson, what's good? Moldy Pizza. Dallas, Texas. Alright guys, without further ado, we got some crazy stuff lined up. All types of disturbing videos that we are going to try to separate from fact from fiction. Do your own research on everything. Do not believe anything you see on these videos. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only.
Was recording himself fishing, but actually captured something extremely terrifying instead. As you can see, two creatures walk up to him while in the water and attempt to drag him back in. He eventually gets himself free, and you can tell he's extremely shaken up by what just happened. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Could be a Sasquatch. Could be a mermaid. You guys let me know. And if you look closely, you can see the black figures kind of just drift in the water, waiting for him to come back in.
It's not funny, man. Don't laugh. It's not funny. This dude was catfishing or something, and then it's these two things came up out the water.
Could be a mermaid. You guys let me know. And if you look closely, you can see the black figures kind of just drift in the water, waiting for him to come back in.
What is it? They came straight up to him. They look all slimy and mucky. What is going on, y'all? Nigel, what is good? I would be getting up out the water. I wouldn't be looking for what it is. I would be getting up out of that water so fast. You definitely can see two eyes shining on the right side. What is it though?
Why you don't see church bells anymore will shock you. This is all allegedly TikTok. It's all a hoax. It's satire. Please don't ban me. Thank you. Now that they're gone, let's get into the tea. But before we do, make sure you follow my YouTube. I'm gonna link it above just in case TikTok actually gets banned. So apparently, when a bell is rang, the frequency that it exudes is supposed to ward off negative entities and promote healing, right? In World War II, the Nazis got together with other powerful forces and destroyed all of these bells. And if you look it up on Google, it will say that they did it for a political reason. But I'm really starting to believe that it's something much deeper than that. There's a reason why most of the time you'll see bells with churches, church bells, right? What if they got rid of these bells to keep people within spiritual control? If y'all think I'm crazy, let's bring into the picture the idea of 432 hertz versus 440 hertz. In the early 2000s, this information became all the rage because we found out that Western music uses 440 hertz as opposed to 432. 440 hertz actually gives off a negative frequency that keeps you in a state of depression and sadness and vulnerability, while 432 hertz promotes healing and happiness. You'll see a lot of worship music and meditation music is in 432 hertz. Actually, in 2018, the late rapper XXXTentacion did an interview saying that he always wanted to put his music in 432 hertz, but his record label made him put it in 440. Like, this is a whole thing, and it's honestly so crazy to me. Y'all know.
Dang, the record label said no, you can't put it in the hertz? That is crazy. What do you guys think about that? Talk to me.
No, they're gonna put it in plain sight as always. So let's look at the Spider-Man movie when he had Venom on him, but he kept hitting that bell or like bumping into it, and the frequency of the bell made Venom, which is essentially a demonic entity. People won't tell you different, but that's exactly what it is. Shriek and get right off of him and try to get anywhere else but near that bell. Why do y'all think that is? Why do you think that they're putting it in plain sight that bells have a frequency to ward off a negative or demonic entity? I just think it's a little funny. It's kind of all making sense, is it not?
Do you think giants are just a fictional character in cartoons?
All right, guys, this is a couple from Tyler Hansen featured today on today's episode on Dark Waters 9. Link is in the comments below.
Movies, huh? You sure about that? You're sure that these giant weapons found all over the world were just made for decoration? And that these artifacts that look like something most certainly just be something else? And things found like giant crowns and giant footprints?
Hold on, did you guys see that? He said a giant cup. What else would it be? A cup for a giant? That's interesting. Venom, right. They were trying to tell us something. Organs in cathedrals. That's a very good point. The Trim Reaper dropping some gems on us.
Else. And things found like giant crowns and giant footprints just have to be someone's idea of a good prank. And that all of these newspaper articles from the late 1800s and early 1900s talking about 16-foot giants and 14-foot giants and 18-foot giants, definitely all a hoax. And that these books, some as large as a grown woman, are definitely just decorative. And that
Yeah, giant books found is crazy. Like, how you gonna move them? Who picks them up and moves them? Giants. That too.
the Bible, the oldest history book in the world that talks about giants 80 times, was certainly just joking around. And if you're sure of all that, well, then you're most certainly sure that all these giant-sized doors were just the style of the times, and they would never make anything where you would have to lock it all the way at the top that only a giant could reach, right?
Yeah, that's the why put a lock that high, honestly, unless someone was able to reach it.
Could reach, right? And of course, you would have to be sure that all these hundreds of mounds found in America with giant remains in them, most certainly, again, are just a hoax. And that these giant skeletons found buried all over the world most certainly weren't covered up and destroyed by a certain well-known museum. You know, you're probably right. Sometimes I just let my imagination run. So you think giants are just...
They don't want you to know why some cats have slit eyes.
Check this out, y'all.
They're slitted pupils. Do you know how rare that is in the animal kingdom? Lions do not have slitted pupils. They're round just like ours. Tigers don't have slitted pupils.
Let's go. Memphis Conspiracy TV with a $10 donation. That is very generous of you. Thank you. I'm on time with the live. What's up, my boy? Let's go. $10 donation. Huge shout out to Memphis Conspiracy TV for that.
Either. Nor do jaguars. Now, this is kind of the weird thing because I kind of thought that a domesticated house cat came from a big cat at some point down the line.
Look at this snake. It has the exact same eyes as a cat. Jackson, welcome. Has become a buckled up bucko. Welcome. Here's your life vest. You're going to need it on these waters. Isn't that crazy, though? A cat, though? I believe it's only a house cat at that.
But if they don't have slitted pupils like a house cat does, then what does have slitted pupils? Reptiles. Snakes and alligators have slitted pupils. Not any other cat. Now, in many cultures, ancient reptiles were considered to be kind of a trippy creature that had other abilities and senses. The other thing that's weird is that cats hiss like a snake, and they have slitted pupils like a reptile. They also love to eat mice, as do snakes. Now, we know how much the ancient Egyptians loved cats. Cats also have pineal glands. And you notice that cats will do that thing where they'll look in the corner of the room and they make a fuss about what seems to be nothing.
Cats are able to see in a different dimension? What is going on? Does that have something to do with the slit in their eyes? Let me know. Do you guys have cats? How many cats do you have? What's their names? Do they do off-the-wall stuff that you cannot explain? If you think about it, their purring has healing.
It is believed that their eyes enable them to see outside of the visible light spectrum that me and you are bound by. Now, it's not known how a cat has half the attributes of a lion and half the attributes of a snake, but perhaps some genetic tinkering went on many years ago in ancient worlds.
They don't want you to know why some cats have slit eyes.
This freaky thing sitting on the.
Why do cats have slit eyes? That is the question. Were they genetically modified? Cats. Yes, they do. They be looking at things people can't see. My mouse is... yeah, it's crazy stuff. This is the last video featured on today's episode on Dark Waters 9. Then we're going to dig off into some crazy stuff.
The edge of a cliff. What the heck was that? Check out this freaky thing sitting on the edge of a cliff.
It looks like something took straight out of Gargoyles, the movie. And there's no way those little wings are gonna make that thing fly. What type of abomination was that? I know you guys remember the Gargoyles. It was a cartoon. And this is exactly what it looks like. I wonder on those Tartarian structures, is there any truth to gargoyles? Like them turning into stone, into, you know, because if you think about it on that show, they all were getting petrified on top of the tallest buildings, cathedral-looking buildings. So that's something else to think about. What is up with these gargoyles? And it looks like he's eating something with these baby wings he has. There's no way. This must be one that just shapeshift into form or something, and he's going through a metamorphosis or something. But what do you think? Drop it in the comments below. We're at 500 watching. Let's try to get up to 500 likes.
Go deeper.
In April 2023, an alleged government whistleblower came out and dropped just the biggest UFO bombshell of our lives that we've never heard of. It was incredibly detailed with very specific information, a lot of which was actually discussed in the recent UAP hearing, which happened 18 months after this post was made. Could this be the classified info that no one on the panel was allowed to talk about? It's a post from 4chan, so it's obviously 100% true, and if you don't agree, you're absolutely wrong. The whistleblower starts by saying that UFOs are mostly unmanned drones and that they're built by underwater facilities at the bottom of our oceans. Yup. Alien bases on our ocean floor, and the one he was assigned to was in the Bermuda Triangle, which he claims the Navy believes has been there since 4000 BC. And the reason planes and boats disappear all the time is because the base vaporizes anything that gets too close to it, and then the entire base itself moves to a new location. That's portable underwater alien bases on our ocean floor. This one in particular stays within the Bermuda Triangle. The Navy is well aware of it, and
damn, that sounds cool. A base that can go underground? That is tight. They need to make a movie about that.
at this point, they just do everything to avoid it. OP claims that UAPs are all built to spec, each one constructed for a specific purpose, which is why we have different UFO types: pills, spheres, saucers, triangles, etc. They get manufactured, deployed, do their business around the world, and then come back into the ocean base to get recycled for parts, which could be why that massive one sucked in the test missile.
What? Diane Carmen has upgraded the membership and became a Dark Waters 9 Explorer. It is official. You are official now, Diane. Welcome.
It was just collecting parts. He says there's underwater bases like this all around the world, built to manufacture UFOs, but they're not run by aliens. At least not directly. These facilities and crafts are all operated entirely by AI. They've been here for thousands of years, which is why we see them in ancient cave drawings and even Renaissance paintings, along with the hundreds of other reports throughout the centuries. But they became especially interested in us when we started dropping nukes, assuming they realized we're now capable of destroying them and possibly even ourselves. And some fringe researchers even suggest there's a huge network of tunnels under our ocean floor that these bases connect to for quick transit around the globe. Maximilien de Lafayette claims there are exactly 12 of these bases around the world, in places like the Bermuda Triangle, Alaska, the Baltic Sea, probably one in the South China Sea. Retired Navy Admiral and oceanographer Tim Gallaudet insists there's an anomaly off the coast of Catalina Island in California that is definitely not natural, yet the military refuses to investigate. He himself suggests that it could be an entrance to some underwater facility, and the government is intentionally covering it up.
Damn. How crazy would that be? They found like some type of ancient Tartarian structure that was still powering up underwater through ether towers they couldn't find. And they just took over, like they took over everything else.
Tim also talked about being chased while out at sea by underwater objects that move in irregular patterns and going faster than a torpedo, which is hundreds of kilometers an hour, with other former defense specialists claiming these USOs going faster than the speed of sound underwater, which is over 5,000 kilometers an hour. Reminder that most USO encounters are, of course, classified, which, if they don't want to tell us, can only get worse, and we're left wondering what's really down there. Congress recently passed the UAP Disclosure Act, a defense bill that is supposed to give we the people full transparency on government info about UAPs. Sounded promising, but then again, this is the government after all. If things are too good to be true, they probably are. The Pentagon actually amended the bill, literally stripping disclosure from a disclosure bill. What? Stating that they retain full control on what gets released and that they can hide anything about UAPs if it's a matter of national security, which is their way of saying the Department of Defense can redact, classify, and destroy any UAP evidence if they feel like it. We're left sitting here in the dark on what in the world is happening in our oceans. And it's almost like our government doesn't want to investigate any of this at all, because how can they investigate something that they don't want the world to know about?
Exactly. They're probably investigating it and know everything about it, but they're not going to tell the public about it. Because, you know, we should have, like, I feel like a full knowledge on what's going on, you know, have helicopters up in the sky, you know, filming the drones like it's Godzilla or something, or King Kong, like lock in, you know, really get a good idea of what's going on. We're not getting none of that. The best footage we're getting is from a news crew from the ground zooming in.
So you know that there's people that have 6 fingers and 6 toes? They might just see Goliath at the family reunion. And see, now in the Bible they say, who has 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot? And he also was a descendant of giants. And now today, the condition where people have 6 fingers and 6 toes is called polydactyly. And what causes polydactyly? And how do you get polydactyly? It's a condition that you're born with as a baby, and it often runs in the family. Now, what if, hypothetically speaking, Goliath had cousins that didn't meet David, and they kept reproducing generation after generation after generation? Remember now, 6 fingers and 6 toes, descendant of giants. Find that very strange.
I'm not the only one seeing lots of shadow figures. This ride.
That is interesting though. 6 fingers and 6 toes. That's like actual DNA proof, isn't it? No, I'm not watching any football. Oh, aren't the Lions supposed to be playing? Yeah, the Lions supposed to be playing. Don't ruin it. I'm gonna look up the highlights later. Don't ruin it for me. I'm not huge into sports, but I did used to be a huge Lions fan. You know, Barry Sanders and all that.
And I swear, I was laying down and a shadow figure, entity of some sort, walked in. I felt the presence of this entity walk right in, and it was like, and I looked, and it wasn't there. But in my peripheral vision, I can see some type of silhouette or apparition like this. Ever since April 8th, things have been very...
I kid you not. I get the same thing. Like, it'll be like right at my peripheral. Like it'll be like right here. And they be like looking at me just like that. How creepy is that? Just how creepy that picture is how it's pointed looking at us. Like, it'd be like right at my peripheral. I can't be the only one that did that. Chat, sound off. You guys be going through the same thing.
Very weird with the light spectrum. Personally, I believe when CERN opened up that portal, a bunch of interdimensional beings came through it. Not only that, but they also altered the timeline, but that's a whole nother video. You know, they discovered a 4D phantom and a super proton synchrotron. And what do you think these entities are? I heard some...
What did he just say? Super proton? What? He might have just put us on low key, y'all. Did y'all hear what this man just said?
Altered the timeline, but that's a whole nother video. You know, they discovered a 4D phantom and a super proton synchrotron. And what do you think these entities are?
Super proton, what?
A peripheral vision, I can see some type of silhouette or apparition like this. Ever since April 8th, things have been very weird with the light spectrum. Personally, I believe when CERN opened up that portal, a bunch of interdimensional beings came through it. Not only that, but they also altered the timeline, but that's a whole nother video. You know, they discovered a 4D phantom and a super proton synchrotron. And what do you think these entities are?
What is that? A super proton synchrotron? Super proton synchrotron. Demonic entities busting through this portal. CERN. You know, they just came out with a new Google chip that says we can speak to different dimensions. What is going on?
I heard some say ancestors. I heard some say disembodied spirits. I even heard some say that they could be intel, you know, that work for some type of agency or from another star system sent to spy on the chosen. I can't tell you what their exact purpose is or what their intention is. I can only speculate, but I do know that I have seen these entities on more than one occasion. I have seen them actually more than this rising. I have been seeing them, but this rising was very clear. Just that the dimensions are so close that we almost see an imprint of another universe on top of ours, or, I mean, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? As I said, I only can speculate or assume or form a hypothesis to what these apparitions are.
Before Mandela got us, I remembered I was watching a YouTube video that they actually showed JCville, welcome, buckled up, buckle. Yeah, before Mandela got us, I remember watching this YouTube video where they actually, CERN was showing up photos of a photo in 10 years of the same photo right side by side. It was like, look, we were able to look 10 years into this photo because of this certain technology we got. Guys, I kid you not, I've searched up and down 3 different times to try to find that same video, and they Mandela'd us. They got us. There's no trace of that video. So it's just interesting when he said, you know, we're merging with another parallel dimension and the veils possibly coming through. They literally had the technology, you know, they I don't know if they had it or not, but it was a video explaining from CERN how they were able to do this. So I don't know, y'all. Y'all tell me. Drop in the comments below. If you got a link to that video, please hit me up on Facebook or something. Send brother a link. But as far as these apparitions that be coming up the corner of your eye, he's not alone. I be seeing them too, man. I would just be tooling around and something like, what the? You try to look quick and they don't be there. They be staring at you just like these mugs, y'all.
Somebody need to seriously interview CERN and ask them what the hell they're not allowed to come into our reality.
So Pokemon Go actually was a CIA psyop, and they kind of just admitted it. Niantic, the company behind the game.
Whoa, this is deep, y'all. I played when that game came out. All my coworkers was playing this game, and I was like, "What y'all playing?" You know, they said, "Oh, it's Pokemon Go. Look, I just caught a Squirtle." You know, he was on top of the desk. You know, people's getting in trouble. You know, I'm a factory worker, man. I've been working in factories my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So people's getting written up, getting points. You know, you come late, you know, you get a point. They run by a point system. You know what I'm saying? So people getting in trouble playing this game. It was a big deal. But, you know, other people, you know, walked a lot, lost weight, you know. It's a fun game, you know. I heard people meeting, you know, people off this and stuff. Did you guys play Pokemon Go? Drop it in the comments below.
Game announced that they've been spying on everyone playing it the entire time, using user data to build the most realistic 3D map of the world that could even put Google Maps to shame. Because whenever they wanted pics, videos, or any sort of data for a specific location, instead of paying expensive geo-navigators to map it out like Google does, they would just put a rare Pokemon there, and thousands of people would do it for free. As a matter of fact, some people would even pay Niantic through.
No, seriously, I heard people that, you know, a lot of people that just sit in the house playing the game all day, this encouraged them to go out, get out the house, you know, hit a couple miles, you know, it's a beautiful thing, but you didn't know it was a psyop behind it. Welcome. That'll subscribe to the channel. Guys, hit that like button and subscribe. We almost got 800 people in here. Let's try to get the likes to 500 at least.
Through in-game purchases to do their data collecting work for them, like paying a company to work for them. And they all agree to it in their terms of service, which no one ever reads but always accepts. All to train an AI model on one of the largest geospatial maps for navigation ever, and this is how the CIA was actually behind it all. So, Niantic released this official report, stating that they were using their games to build something called an LGM, Large Geospatial Model. And just like generative AI like ChatGPT uses enormous systems of info called large language models, LLMs, to train AI how to generate answers, this is sort of the same thing, except with geographic data instead of just text, tricking millions of people to map out every detail of the physical world using their phones, which is a monstrous amount of data, all while being tracked by their phone's GPS. Similar to how Google Maps collects data using their Google vans, except they spend millions of dollars doing it. Niantic instead turned it into a game, convincing millions of people to do it for free or even pay them to do their work for them. And I think we can all remember how mega viral this game was when it first came out. Like, everyone was playing it. Released on July 6th in the...
Dang, could you imagine all those people just running? It wasn't that serious. I didn't, you know, I'm always in the country or something, the outskirts, you know, I ain't never a city boy. Did it really go that hard in the city, y'all? Talk to me.
In the summer of 2016, where you'd run around catching Pokemon in the world's first viral augmented reality game. The entire in-game map was based on the real world, where you'd have to go to a physical location to catch a certain Pokemon or claim territory. And people got pretty obsessed with it, so much that countries like Bosnia even had to release an official warning telling people not to go into minefields while playing the game. And members of Egypt's national defense claimed that it was a spy tool used by government agencies around the world, infiltrating our countries under the pretext of entertainment. Turns out they might have been onto something. Even posts on Reddit over 8 years ago called it and were called crazy for it. Obviously, Niantic initially denied everything, saying they were all just fabricated rumors. But then in November 2024, they admit they were kind of spying on you, tracking and collecting data on everything you did while playing it, from pictures and videos captured by your phone's camera while you were trying to catch a Snorlax, on top of geolocation data telling them where you are.
I wanted a Mewtwo. You probably had to go to Area 51 and get a Mew or a Mewtwo, you know what I'm saying? Or you had to go to like something crazy, you know, or for like a Blastoise or something.
Where you were, what route you took to get there, when you were at each spot, how long it took you to get there, what you're looking at, what you were looking at, what you look like, and what files you have on your phone. Feeding this data into their AI model, they can do things like look at any picture in the world and use AI to tell us exactly where it is. I mean, they could have just asked Rainbolt, but whatever. But I think you can see why intelligence agencies would be interested in information like this. Training AI by collecting data from millions of users around the world, including pedestrian areas inaccessible by cars and even inside their own homes. Unlike Google Maps, which mainly collects images from street and satellite views, and wasn't actually made by Google. Their maps and Earth software were bought from another company called Keyhole, which initially launched as Earth Viewer 3D in the early 2000s, absolutely revolutionary for its time. Then the government takes notice, and things get interesting. In 2003, a company called IQT reaches out and announces a strategic investment in Keyhole. IQT is a venture capital investment firm set up and funded by the CIA, which they openly admit to like it's not a secret, establishing a link to all that valuable Earth data directly to the US government, which is totally understandable. Governments need this sort of data, but they didn't stop there. In 2004, Keyhole is bought by Google, while the CIA continued to work in close partnership with.
Oh my God, who knew? We're all just trying to catch Pokemon, but little did they know Keyhole was getting down the entire time. Where y'all at, man? Hit that like button. You tell them, Memphis. Let's try to get this to at least 500 likes. The people that watch my video and the likes I don't get, they be way off. Let's try to turn it up for your boy.
Them. In 2010, a new startup is launched by Keyhole's initial founder, John Hank, within Google's internal incubator program. The name of this new startup was Niantic Labs, the eventual developer of Pokemon Go, who were funded by Google up until 2016 when they became independent and released the game to the world. The original CEO of IQT, that CIA investment company, was Gilman Louie, a well-decorated man heavily involved and recognized by the CIA with many awards from the intelligence community, who also happens to be on the board of directors of Niantic. So the US government was directly involved with Keyhole in the development of Earth mapping software, then joined forces with Google Maps, and finally got the person that started it all to create Niantic Labs, and proceeded to use Pokemon Go to spy on millions of people who took pictures and videos of the world and even inside their homes, as well as tons of other geodata to build a CIA-backed, hyper-detailed 3D map of the world. But
it's not just pictures they took. It was a video recording. Like, you literally have your phone on, and so they have like a video recording of like the whole surrounding. So it's not just like, oh, click, 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 picture here. They damn near have the whole outlet, the whole layout of whatever that camera was pointed at, like a whole panoramic view.
it doesn't end there. If that somehow didn't convince you, WikiLeaks already kind of exposed this back in 2017. In March of that year, they released a confirmed CIA leak of surveillance techniques. In those documents was a list of code names used for special projects, among which about a third of them were names of Pokemon. Yeah, like for real. They had Dugtrio, an Android attack program, Spearow and Starmie, hacking tools used to compromise Samsung devices and get private information, Lugia, a malware targeting newer mobile station modem cell phones, along with Totodile, Steelix, Snubble, and Flaffy, all official code names used by the CIA for other hacking tools and malware, which all came out just a year after Pokemon Go was released in 2016. Dude, so what? The CIA has a bunch of pictures and location data. What's the big deal? They potentially have detailed 3D maps of every little nook and cranny of every major city. And this goes beyond just the United States. Here's a heat map of all Pokemon Go data collected from around the world, including the inside of people's homes, where everything is, what times of day they do certain things. So, I don't know, you tell me what someone could do with that. Which, reminder, this was all in the TOS, so anyone who played the game technically agreed to it. Remember, if some
Man, that's not the only crazy theory I heard. Like, I heard if you have a Disney Plus account, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you have a Disney Plus account and something happens to you on Disney, there's something in the terms of conditions of you having your Disney Plus membership that would not make Disney responsible for no matter what happened to you on their property. Don't quote me. But I believe someone said that. And I just heard that. I'm just like, damn, really? Because I believe somebody was trying to get like a couple million for something that happened. But it was because they had a Disney Plus membership. They were like, well, I'm sorry that happened to you, but you do have a Disney Plus subscription, right? Yeah? What does that have to do? Well, in the terms and conditions, it says if something might have happened, you know, we're not responsible. And since you said okay to that and was paying for like 4 or 5 months, so, you know, you can watch Avengers and all that other stuff, Frozen, you're not liable. But I don't know. Y'all tell me. Drop in the comments below if y'all heard something similar.
Something is ever free. Chances are you are the product.
This is better. It's even better.
Hey, my mind finding he finding some gold. What's going on? Diddy, Disney, same thing. Here y'all go. The Diddler. I don't be dropping no. Do y'all notice I don't drop no Diddy content? You know, I could be diving into the celebrities and stuff, but I literally don't care. You know, it'll be so hard for me to, you know, react to that, and it's just like, man, that just is not my cup of tea. The celebrities, sports, you're not gonna see it. But if you're into, you know, ghosts, fallen angel, technology, mysteriousness, theories, all that, we do that here on this channel. You know, we've been getting a couple new people trickle on in. Come on in. You know, it's fun over here on these dark waters. Trickle on in. Your boy got a second channel too. For y'all that don't know, Dark Waters 9, I just put it in the comments below. We drop bangers every single day. You definitely got to check it out. Yeah, so I just let the other people, you know, get them celebrities and all that. You know, that ain't, you know, I did see what happened to that Cybertruck. I wanted to get into that, but I'm like, man, that's a little graphic. We might not be able to, you know, but I'm like, hey, we can keep it on the mysterious waters, the jet ski, believe it or not. Y'all remember Ripley's Believe It or Not? It's jet ski, believe it or not. We didn't change the game. Sunday Night Live. We had Saturday Night Live too. Woo-hoo. Them waters was getting hot on yesterday's live, wasn't it, man? You gotta keep your head on a swivel, man. Must be saying anything, don't they? Sheesh. Repent. Best channel ever. Nyan Carmen, let's go.
In the last property. I think this is better. It's even better than the last. Oh, that doesn't have any scrapes really on it. Maybe the tiniest minor, but not bad. Look at that. Now that is what we're talking about right there. I think this is.
Do y'all see this?
This.
Something's watching my dog. What the fuck? That is big. That just looked above the tree.
Bro, that's like a bear or a giant bobcat. Something huge and black is back there. I think a bear.
Something's watching my dog. What the fuck? That is big. That just looked above the tree.
I would be like, Fido, come on, we gotta get inside. There's something big and black out there, you know? Come inside. Huge shout out to Carmen for the donation again. Much appreciated. Generous donations definitely help the train, keep it rolling. Thank you.
Whoa. What the hell? God.
Seemingly in every city and every palace and every great hall you would see these magnificent works, looking impressively lifelike. It really shows we are a people moving backwards in far more ways than we know. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
Hold on. Let me show you something. Let me get some show you something emojis in the chat. Let me show you something. Brad Cox, $5. I got 5 on it. Messing with that endo hee. Let's go. $5. I got 5 on it. Messing with that endo tweed. Let me show you something. Fire Marshal Bill. Speaking of these statues, oh my goodness. Look at these crazy. Huge shout out to my boy Brad throwing 5 on it. Speaking of these statues, check this out. Look at how crazy these statues are. Some of those statues are of the Moors, the Tartarian Moorish, in bondage. You know, it gets deep. Dark Waters 9 merch is coming, all right? I promise. You know, it's coming, all right? But yeah, I seen that statue and I wanted to show you guys. We're going to be digging more off into that book, doing more deep dives on Tartaria soon. I'm just going to have it laid out. You didn't think you would see King Kong today in real life? Well, guess what? I got you covered, bucko. Somebody caught him on film. Don't sweat. Honeys, become the buckle up buckle. Guys, don't be shy. Run the membership up. Do not be shy. For 99 cents, you get access to exclusive content. I'm dropping a workout video tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Don't miss all the exclusive content, becoming a member, supporting the cause, and horrific emojis. Huge shout out to Honey. Let's go. Welcome. Here's your life vest. You're going to need it on these waters.
Check this footage out, y'all. Crypto University here. This is one of the best pieces of footage that we've been able to get our hands on to show you guys. This is a legit Sasquatch that was recorded on a trail cam. And if you look closely, you can even see the gray on its beard. You can make out its nose and its facial features. Right now, it's just walking through the woods, throwing trees around. Check out that gray beard. You can see pieces of it right there, but you're gonna...
Michael with the 1 pound from the UK. Let's go. If I get enough of those, I'm gonna go grab me some fish and chips. Is one of my favorite foods. BS just became the buckle up bucko. Let's go. Exclusive content has now been unlocked to you. Here's your life vest for these waters, y'all. Trickle on in. Don't be shy. Memberships are hot and ready like Little Caesars pizza without the GMO. Brad was gifted a membership by Real Vibe. Let's go. Guys, do not be shy. Welcome all new members. It's more exclusive content, more emojis are coming soon. As a matter of fact, and exclusive content.
Keep watching. You're gonna see most of his face. There he goes. Look at his nose. I'd say this is easily a 8 through 9 footer. This was recorded in East Texas. This is a legit Sasquatch, you guys. Look how wide the shoulders are. Check him out. They're out there, you guys.
Man, that's somebody's daddy with a wig on. Stop playing with me. I'm just kidding, man. I don't know what this is, man. It looked crazy. Do I see features of somebody's daddy? Maybe. But I'm telling you, man, it's getting crazy.
Right now, he's just looking around. Check out that beard. Look at the grayish on his beard that you can see right there. You see? Amazing creature. Check this footage out, y'all.
These drones. We got so much drone footage, guys. There's so much drone footage out here. So much. I got something huge coming for y'all on Dark Waters 9 channel. Y'all ain't even ready. I promise you're not. Dark Waters 9 on YouTube. Y'all better get with it in the comments.
Is that it? Yeah, that's it right there. Hold on, let me still get it. Let me still go focus in. You know that.
Jesus. God, I'm looking at this. I can't believe it. It's not a whistle now.
Oh my God, there's more coming.
Look at this.
What is it?
JC Will, you didn't get your life vest? Here, I'm gonna give you 2. JC Will got his life vest. My apologies for missing that. You became a buckled up bucko or even a Dark Waters explorer. There's your life vest. My apologies.
Don't look that color. There's a... Is that it? Yeah, that's it right there. Hold on, let me still get it. Let me still go focus in. You know that.
Jesus. God, I'm looking at this. I can't believe it. It's not a whistle now.
It's giving birth.
Oh
it's
my
like,
God, there's
it's
more
like
coming.
the orb is giving birth to
Don't
multiple.
look that color. There's a... Is that it? Yeah, that's...
Guys, look at it. It's like, if we go back and look at this slowly, look at it. It's like it's giving birth to multiples of them. You guys tell me, what is going on in our ionosphere? All these drones everywhere. If you made it this far, the code word is Sunday Night Live. Drop Sunday Night Live in the comments if you made it this far. We do this daily. We go live on this channel, and then on Dark Waters 9, you get an episode hot and ready like Little Caesars, no GMO. Stop playing with your boy. This is the most disturbing videos breaking the internet today, starring Jet Ski Chuck. Signing out, feeling a little bit better. Workout video possibly coming soon. Love y'all. Dear Lord, I ask that you forgive us for our sins and you guide us into the light. You give us wisdom, knowledge. You please give us mercy. And we just ask that you just continue to guide us in righteousness and wisdom. If we may stumble, you may pick us up. And we just want to say thank you. We're grateful for everything. And we say these in our Father's name. Amen.